ladies and gentlemen, for being on time. And I must say thank you to our host because he played some beautiful music, right? Okay, good. Thank you so much. So I believe all of you are doing great. All of you are safe and sound. Though it is weekend, but all of you are here. And that's the reason I'm so excited to share some of the important components about leadership. I know some of you like leadership, right? That's why always when there is an announcement about leadership series, I would notice that some proactive response from our students. So thank you so much. Can all of you switch on your camera? And we will start in like 2 minutes time because some of your friends, they're still joining in. And today I notice when we are trying to join in the Zoom meeting, we need to copy the code, right? The password inside of the link. So maybe that's why some of your friends are not yet here, but they will be there very, very soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening, a very good afternoon, a very good day to all of you. Good, very good. So, what I'll be doing, I'll be open our chat box only between me and Mr. Gobin, so that if you have anything to share, you can type in the chat box. So before I start my PowerPoint slide, I'll be sharing a case study. All of you pay attention, huh? Pay attention, please. I'll be sharing actually two case studies. From this case study, you guys can understand actually what is the problem with young people today. So please wait for me. Let me share my screen. Okay. Here we go. All of you can see my screen, right? All of you can see my screen, right? Can see? Okay, excellent. So currently, we have a batch of trainees from Malaysia and from the Myanmar. Like we are providing job training for them. Okay, job training for them. So yesterday, I received the CV from our current batch students. Understand this one. So when I check all the CV, all the resume, I was surprised. Look at this candidate. I removed the name, I removed the picture because I cannot share someone's picture without his or her permission. Am I right? Leonora, am I right to select that? I cannot share your photo. Cannot share your sensitive data without your permission. That's why I remove her name and all the details. So this particular candidate, actually she is 25 years old. 25 years old, and she only has one job experience. Meaning to say, when she started her professional life, she's working for only one company since 2017 until now. Understand, guys? Now let me stop. See, in her CV, only one job experience. There is no other things. Okay, let me share second case study. I did the same. I remove all the personal data from the CV. I just keep the things that you can see. So case study number 2, a very young lady, only 22 years old, and look at her professional life journey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meaning to say, every year, on an average, she is changing 1, 2 to 3 jobs. Now my question is, let me stop sharing the case study. Now the question is, what would be the factors why the second participant keep changing the job one after another? Only 22 years old, already changed like 5 different jobs. Think about it carefully. On the other hand, look at the first candidate. Remember, I put the name ABC, 25 years old, only work for a company. She never changed her job. Some of you will come and tell me, sir, maybe because of salary. Some of you will come and tell me, maybe because of the workplace is full of stress. Some of you come and tell me, can you please type in the chat box? The chat box is open. I want to hear from you. In your opinion, why the two particular case studies, one of them never resigned from the job, another one keep changing the job? What would be the main problem from your own point of view? Go and type in the chat box. Feel free. Today is not any academic class, okay? It's not any academic. It's not diploma class. It's not postgraduate diploma class. This one will be more about interactive idea sharing session from where you all can do something about your ability to be a strong leader. Okay? Excellent. Very good. So I got few messages in the chat box. Maybe because of the leader is not good, maybe because of the environment, because of the culture, because of the salary, because of that personal problem. Okay. Those who send me the messages, yes, I got your point. I cannot say you are wrong. And one more participant said, HNIN, because of they try something new. In my opinion, first one, that's why she stay one company because of a good benefits and better salary. Case study number 2, she might be looking for growth. Marion, okay, excellent. Now, there is a high chance in order to have the difference between two participants. Participant number 1, she's working under a service leader. I don't know why she's working for so long in a particular company. That's why I'm using the term. There is a high chance she's working under a leader and her leader is considered as service leader. I'm talking about the most modern component of leadership. And the second participant, obviously, she got some personal problem. Am I right, Mary? I cannot blame only the management. She also has something wrong with her planning. She has no clue. She has no idea about her career, about her profession. That's why she keeps changing the job from admin to marketing to, another another admin job, telemarketing job, keep moving here and there. And also, there might be another reason. The reason is maybe when she started to work, she never find a leader or a mentor who can educate her at the first place to learn, to be better, to improve, and to stick to a particular aim of the professional life. That's why she keep changing her job, and now she has no clue, She has no clue. So what is the summary of this one? When you guys will be managing a business, when you guys will be a leader, understand all those small factors. You cannot manage people. You cannot manage people. If I try to manage you, the first thing that you will do, you will react, right? You will be emotional. You will feel, why should I need to do this one? Why should I need to listen that particular person? So you cannot manage people. Just you can manage the things, but you are welcome to lead the people. That's why today the topic is, don't try to manage people. You manage the things, and a leader can lead the people. A leader can lead the person or staff. So that's all about the introductory part. Now, can all of you switch on your camera? Give a good smile. Let me mark your attendance. 3, 2, 1, all of you. This is important for all of you to switch on your camera when we take photo for attendance. Why? So that our admin can prepare your certificate and you guys can receive the certificate accordingly. Thank you so much. One more time. Very good. Excellent. So let me share my screen, the PowerPoint slide that we have for today's discussion. I believe all of you can see my screen, right? And my voice is also very clear. Am I right to select that? Any problem? Any internet connection problem, audio problem? No, right? Okay, good, excellent. So look at the topic one more time. Leaders don't manage people. They manage things and they lead people. So what are the things we will be covering? Look at the list of the things that we have for today. Leadership in 2024 and journey of a smart leader and new approach of leadership, impact of service leader. We also will be talking about communication, what and how we can communicate. And also the last part, it will be all about why managing people is challenging. So these are the few important topics that we have for today's discussion. Now let's start with the first one. Leadership in 2024. Remember, I always like to use this statement, I change, you change, the world is changing every single day. So the way we are going to lead people, it also will be changing day by day. Understand, guys, what I'm trying to mean? So look at the first part that will help you to find out what is the most recent definition of a leadership. It's all about someone who has a right mindset, right behavior in order to put everyone under an umbrella, and who is able to give a very strategic idea, who is being able to put everyone together in order to achieve the goals, the mission, the vision of an organization. You see, guys, remember, if you think about 1,000 different leaders from all over the world, all of them will be totally different than each other. Think about like those who are working in the banking sectors in your country, right? Think about the teachers that you have in your country teaching in the class. Think about all the coach who is coaching, who is providing training for the sportsmen like football, volleyball, basketball. So what actually they are doing, they are just make people understand how it can be done. And many people, especially the followers, sometimes they feel like this particular task is very difficult for him or very difficult for her. But a true leader will make them understand and accomplish something that the followers could not do on their own. That is called leadership. It's not just lead people, it's not just manage people. When you are able to make people understand how things can be done and when they can do it, that is called true and real leadership in 2024. All of you understand? Now, if you study about the organize, I know some of you are working in different organization, right? Some of you are working in sales department, marketing department, IT department, right? Admin department, waiter, waitress, or different sectors. So all of you are working under different leaders, right? And all of them have different style of leading. Maybe some of your leaders are autocratic, and you do not like him. Autocratic meaning to say you have come to know that your leader, he or she does not want to listen. He or she is very straight to the point. He or she always asks you to do the things that you're supposed to do. See, on the other hand, you have a supervisor, lower rank than your manager, but you like your supervisor a lot. Why? You have come to know the leadership of your supervisor is more effective than your manager. Why? You notice that your supervisor is very supportive, very democratic, right? Very flexible, and you like him, and you feel comfort under your supervisor leadership. To take note, when you will be a leader, it is something you do. Okay, fine. You see this one. It is something you do and not something you are. So it's not that easy to be a leader at the first place. You see, guys, it is an action by a person rather than their words of job title that inspire and trust and commitment. So if you want to be a leader, it's not about just word of your mouth. It's the way how you inspire your community, how you build trust, and how you can make them 100% committed about your organization, about your business, about your operation. Understand, guys? Some of you are holding the leadership position, and no one wants to work that particular person. That's why some of you don't like to work for a company, right? You feel like my job is very stressful. You feel like I need to look for another new job. So please, when you will be a leader, you must have to understand the concern of your followers, because you cannot manage them. If you enforce the rules to your people to follow, they will feel stress. They will feel that you are not supportive leader. That's why today's topic is stop managing people, you manage the things. Later on, I'll be explaining. Now, according to the most recent research of leadership, a true leader must have 4 types of behavior. How many types of behavior? Please take note, and you can write down 4. Number 1, you as a leader, you have to be very, very supportive. What does it mean? Let me give you an example. Miss Anna. Hello, Anna. Could you please wave your hand? Anna, thank you so much. Anna, example, you are working under my leadership. Yes, correct. For example, you are working under my leadership. I'm your manager. I'm your supervisor. And you are very new at our workplace. So what I need to do? The first thing, I need to lead you from the front. If I never lead, if I'm trying to manage you, then you will feel emo. You will feel that this job is not suitable for you. Number 2, what I need to implement? I need to implement discipline so that you can learn our culture. And the last one, what I'll do, I'll create bonding. Bonding. Do you know how you can create bonding as a leader? Not, you cannot buy a gift for your followers in order to create bonding with them. The best way of creating bonding, support him or support her. Understand? Let me stop sharing my screen and let me say hello to everyone. Can all of you wave your hand if you can hear me? So how you can create bonding? Just now I have told you that one of our participants called Anna, she's a new staff in our organization and she will be working under my leadership. So first thing, I need to make sure that I provide more than enough support for that new staff. Understand all of you guys? So if she does not know what to do, how to do, she will feel stress. And she will feel that I cannot work there, I cannot be productive, I cannot be motivated at all. So as a leader, when you have that supportive mindset, willing to go and talk, willing to go and train, willing to go and let them help, only then your followers will follow your instruction without giving you a difficult time or hard time. Number one, clear, be supportive. Don't just act like a boss. Nobody likes to see someone working just like a boss without supporting. So supportive mindset is very important for a successful leader. Number two, we must have to have a strong mindset or strong orientation about your result. You see? Result. So what you are doing as a leader, you cannot forget about your outcome. You cannot forget about your consequence. You cannot forget about your product and services. So when you as a leader focus on result and you always keep thinking how it can be done properly, and you know you cannot do all the things by yourself, right? You need your team, you need your followers. So when you think like that, you will take care of your followers professionally, and also sometime you will go out of the box in order to make them more and more inspired and more motivated to work for you. And also, number three, the behavior. A true leader always will look for different perspectives, not just based on one option, not just following one particular way. They will go for market research. They will go and talk with the customers. They will find they will find the mindset of their people, of the staff. And then the last one is that if you have the strong problem-solving skills, you can be a strong leader who can lead an organization without facing much difficulties. So do remember about that 4 particular characters and behavior of modern leader. Now, the question is how you can start. How many of you are here? Mr. Gobin, 201 of them are here. And I'm sure that all of you are looking for a better job opportunities, right? With better salaries, with better benefits. Maybe some of you are working in the very beginning level, right? Like as a waiter, waitress, or just an admin staff. Now the question is how you can make yourself to be promoted at your workplace. You must have to improve your ability to lead an organization. You know, you must have to know how to be proactive, how to how to manage an organization, not managing a people. So journey of a leadership, it can be like this. Look at this look at the different things that I have added in my PowerPoint slide. So you, as a leader, you must have to know your strength, meaning to say what you know. Also, you have to be very flexible in order to learn the new idea, in order to learn the new skills, new knowledge, new abilities, new technology, so that you can be a modern and a successful leader. This is number one. Don't try to be like fixed minded. Understand, Mr. Okala, the middle name? If you have just the fixed minded, you cannot be a leader. A leader is a lifelong learner. Number two, you must have to be very, very concerned about your financial performance, and also you must have to consider about your company's shareholders and stakeholders. You need to make balance between two important parts together. Yes, you can be very, very conservative about your business. Also, you have to be very bold and very, very smart in order to take well calculated risk. Because a leader always must need to take calculative or calculated risk in order to do something better in their organization. Do not just take a risk without understanding each and everything. Next one, you should have to have the control. On the other hand, you must have to have the ability to empowering your teams in order to take the initiatives. If you keep controlling and you don't want to give the authority to your people, then your business, your organization cannot be moving forward. But when you allow your people, your staff to take the initiative, then it will be more and more productive. Yes, you can be very strict. You can be autocratic as a leader. On the other hand, you have to balance your humanitarian approach. I'm talking about your empathy, your understanding level, your supportive mindset, your cooperative attitude and behavior. So that's how you can start your journey to be a strong leader. All of you understand, those who are working like a very basic level. So you know what you are doing now. It's better to learn from today about your more advanced skills related to your job and job opportunities. It will help you later on to be a strong and supportive leader. Now let's talk about new approach to the leadership. You know, if you study about like 10 years back leadership, it will tell you, it could tell you like autocratic leader, democratic leader, laissez-faire, right? Supportive. Nowadays, we are talking about a new approach. It is called service leadership. What does it mean? Let me stop sharing my screen and let me say hello to everyone. Can all of you wave your hand one more time? Thank you so much. Thank you. You know, before that, can I know, is there anyone is working in like managerial position? Anyone working like as a manager, as a senior manager, as maybe the supervisor? If you are, you can raise your digital hand. Anyone working as a manager, supervisor, or managerial position, any position? Can you raise your digital hand? I can see. Okay, John, number one. Anyone else? Oh, I want to talk with. Okay, I also can see Stefan. Okay, good. So 2 participants so far. So let me invite. Please keep your hands up so that I can talk with you. Don't worry, no need to keep it down. Then I will not able to find you where you are in now. So please keep it up. So let me invite Mr. Stephen. Am I right to pronounce your name?
No, it's fine.
Okay, good. Very good. So can we know that actually in which organization you are working, please?
I'm working for a language school.
School,
Yeah,
educational institution.
yes.
Okay, and you are working as a principal?
No, I'm the head of the German Academy.
Oh, you are the head of the German Academy. So you are holding a lot of responsibilities in your organization. So I have a question for you. So as a HOD, sometime you have to work with a very fresh graduate teacher, just completed their graduation and post-graduation, right?
Hmm.
So when you have someone very new in that particular industry, like teaching industry, how as HOD you lead that particular group of people from the front? Can you please share with us?
Well, first of all, I came myself
Uh,
through the
your
ranks.
your you don't mind, sir. Your voice is very low. Can you please make it loud so that all of our
Mm-hmm.
participants can hear your voice loudly?
Mm-hmm. Wait a second. Is it better now?
Sure. Better than last time.
Okay, I don't know. That must be a technical issue.
No problem.
Um, okay, so I came through the ranks myself. I started as normal language teacher. So I know all the problems for someone who is new, and I organized the training of my staff based on my own experience because it was not good.
Mhm.
And I took all this experience into my training. So um, I show it to each and everyone. So they have really the best training before I let them go work on the students.
Okay, very good. So before you let them teach in the class, you are the one who train them to follow the culture that you have in your institution. You are absolutely right. Thank you so much for your idea sharing. Very good. I'll add something, remember when you will have a new, like fresh graduate staff, they only have the academic knowledge. Understand? They have zero idea about organizational behavior. Maybe they have only 5 to 10%. There is a huge gap between their knowledge and the ability they need to do the job that you are offering. So the training is very important. And this training will be like, like hands-on training, not any like theory based. It must be very, very technical based that will help you to create a bonding with someone new. That's the first one. And number two, all those staff, all those followers will respect you during their employment in your organization. Why? Because they already learned something from you at the first place. I'll talk with another participant. Um, Hello, Zuma, right?
I
Zuma on
see.
last word, last name.
Yes.
So tell us where you are working and what is your job responsibilities.
I work in branch for less. We call that BFL group as assistant store manager.
Okay. How many staff you
So
have in your under your leadership? How many staff?
50.
50.
Yes, sir.
Wow, huge stuff. And all are the local, or you also have like international staff?
We have also international staff, not only local. So we call here an expat, different nationalities in one shop.
Very good.
So
So,
in the 50 staff, including with the from cashier, because we are in department, big department store. So including the cashier, the HRs, and the cleaners and the department staff. So we are managing for that. As assistant manager, of course, I'm not the like assistant manager that they promoted.
Mm-hmm.
I came with them applied already as assistant manager. So I managed the 50 staff as my experience.
Okay, my question to you, very good. You are holding a very responsible position in your workplace. Now, my question is, your two staff, they got conflict with each other. And you notice it personally. How you will handle this? How and what kind of leadership you are showing to them in order to, resolve or rectify that kind of personal conflict between two staff?
Yeah, I used to handle this two stuff, especially the conflict with their schedule. The main thing is that the problem with their schedule. So I used to invite them in my table to talk to them. So I am their leader. So I should be the one who understand their concerns, and I am the one who give the proper what you call it, a proper guide.
Solution or solution
Yeah,
or
the
guide.
proper solution or guide that why I should give to this one guy and why not to the other guy.
Okay,
So
very good. I like one of
should give
I
them.
like your approach. Thank you so much. So all of you take note. When you will be a leader and when you find or when you come across with the conflict between the two staff, don't talk in front of all. The best way, bring two of them in your office. You follow, guys? Talk to them one by one. If you ask them in front of other people, that is called you are trying to managing people. That will not work. They can feel emotional. They can feel like, why my supervisor, my manager is asking that kind of things in front of all people. They cannot take it easily. So the best way, you manage the things, not people. So I believe when you educate them, why you put that particular stuff in PM session, why not AM session, why not morning time, why it is evening time, they will understand, right? They will say, okay, ma'am, thank you so much. But if you try to do it in front of other people, they will take it more and more personally. Okay, thank you so much. I will talk with John. Mr. John, unmute your microphone. Two Johns. Wow, very good. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello. So we need to know about your work environment and how many staff you are handling or you are leading. Go on, please.
Okay. Currently I'm working as a shift supervisor in Starbucks Crete.
Okay.
So I have 7 partners with me.
Okay, that's good. Very good.
Okay, I started also as a barista until I reached my position as a supervisor. Of course, I know what is the feeling of being a staff also as well.
Yeah, I got it point. But my question for you, Mr. John. So when one of your staff cannot handle customer complaint, and your staff immediately inform you, sir, can you please come and help me? I cannot manage this particular group of customer. Then how you usually take the lead in order to rectify that problem?
Yeah, of course. As a shift supervisor, of course, you always make every moment right to our customers. Of course, as a in charge, you will approach your customer in a nice way. Talk your customers in a proper way, which is ask him or her what is the problem, okay, and then we will correct it. Do an action plan for that manner so that we will gain their trust again.
Yeah, your customer is complaining that the whole problem caused by your team member, by your waiter, by your waitress. Then how you will handle this situation?
Yeah, as what I've said, as a shift supervisor, of course. Okay, put yourself on your customer's shoes, of course.
Yep.
Listen whatever their complaint. Okay, apologize, of course, and then do an action plan. Okay, for that matter. Next, of course, after resolving the problems with the customer, of course, you will deal with your partners or your
Correct.
staff as well. So you will
Yeah.
you will
Thank you so much. Thank
encourage
you
them.
so
Yeah.
much, John. Yes, we got your answer. Meaning to say, even your partner, I like the word that you are using, not staff, not worker, not team members. You are using partner. See, that is called positive mindset of a supportive or service leader. Understand, all of you guys? So your customer is complaining to you as the leader that the mistake done by your staff. Do not say anything to your partner, to your staff in front of your guest. You take all the responsibility on your shoulder and solve it. And after solving, you come aside and educate your partner, motivate your partner not to repeat the same things for the next customer. Understand, all of you guys? Thank you so much. It was very, very informative, idea sharing for the last 7 minutes. The last participant that I would like to invite, Marian. Marian, you dare switch on your camera if you can? Thank you so much. Okay, good. Where you are working and what is your position currently?
I'm currently working on a telecommunication company, which is based in the United States. So I was working as a chip supervisor for a team. Most likely it's a
How
group
many
of
team members you have in your team?
about 20 persons or 20 people on my team.
Okay, so my question to you, 20 people, right?
Yes.
How you usually communicate with them? For example, you have a new arrangement for the upcoming weeks. Now you need to inform this new arrangement to all of your 20 members, team members. How you usually communicate with them? Can you share with us?
Typically, when we have something new with a company or the group to share with, and at least sometimes it's a policy that we need to apply on a day-to-day basis, I handle them as a group. So I talk to them as a group, and then at the same time, I'm asked for their opinions. What would be the right approach? How we could implement those particular policies with the approach that they're comfortable with. It's not just about deploying an information or an idea from my own perspective. Every person has a very unique way of approach. So we need to consider, I'm always considering everyone's word. So they could be very comfortable in how they could deliver it themselves.
Thank you so much. Wow. You have the mindset that everyone in the team is equally important. Though
Yes.
I'm the team leader, I cannot just take all the credits. When you have that kind of mindset that everyone, those who are here in my team, equally important, meaning to say you are following the most contemporary concept of leadership that is called, let me share my screen, that is called service leadership. All of you clear about this one? And without implementing service leadership, nowadays, especially the Jet Gen, it's difficult to make them understand about your work and work culture. So service leadership, it's all about, as a leader, you take care a lot about your team members, about your partner physically, about the cognitive part, and about the emotional part. What is the meaning of cognitive part? Cognitive meaning to say everybody has their own beliefs, own ability. You follow what I mean? For example, if you ask me to think about the importance of a smartphone, I'll think in my way. Am I right? I'll make a decision. I'll decide whatever I feel about the importance of a smartphone. I'll be using my cognitive ways, and everyone got different unique cognitive ability. Understand? Some people, you will notice that you are leading a group of people. Out of 20, 5 of them, they can understand whatever you are trying to mean within few seconds. Some of your team members, they need more time to understand what is your instruction. You follow? And some team members, might get a lot of difficulties to understand actually what you are trying to mean. So as a as a service leader, you always will understand that kind of things. You follow? You will never be angry. You will never be aggressive to your team members. So you will practice empathy, compassion. You will understand what are the weaknesses of your team members. You always practice gratitude, grateful towards your team members. A service leader always have self-awareness and also self-care. Look at all the positive words that I'm using in my PowerPoint slide. If you can implement all those things at your workplace as a leader, nobody will complain about the job. Think about it, my friends. Think about it. That's why when you are going to lead JetGen, the young generation today, it's better to use service leadership approach. What would be the impact? Look at, I have added some important points that every staff, every team members looking for from their workplace. Number one, when you are following the service leader, you will be able to give or to create a clear set of rules. Understand what are the things your staff can do. For example, you will make yourself clear that out of, for example, you have 20 staff and you will delegate the task among your 20 staff according to your plan. Because every day, every week, you need to implement strategic leadership, not by your idea, but by designing something strategically. Okay, so among the 20, when you distribute the task properly and smartly, all of your staff will understand what to do, how to do. And please, when you set up the rules, don't forget to remind them about the limitation, about the boundary structure. You follow what I mean? Because some people, when you are going to lead them by using the service leader, they will take something for granted. You follow what I mean? They will think in their own way to do the things. Maybe some of them will follow the shortcut way that can be a problem for you, for your entire team. So set up the rules and also explain to them about the boundary. Number two, service leader will help every leader not to be like, complacent manager. It means that, some managers, some people, they would like to make their team feel difficulties. Understand what I'm trying to mean? Don't make it complacent. If you are trying to make it complacent, then what will be happening? Team members will start avoid you, disrespecting you. So when you are going to lead a group of people, be transparent, be honest, be logical, be supportive. Now, the next one, another important impact that you can find from service leader, it's all about you can address the culture and the skills. Remember, you cannot change people. No matter how good you are as a leader, as a manager, as a supervisor, it is very, very difficult to change people. Grelin, you follow? Grelin? It's very difficult to change people attitude, change people mindset. But what you can do, you can change the culture. Castro, you follow? You can change the culture. When you change the culture instead of focusing on changing your staff, you can make it. Example, what kind of culture you can do, what kind of culture you can implement. You notice that some of your staff, some of your team members always getting late in order to start work, in order to come to office, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. So what you can do? Do you think so you can go and just simply just make them, I mean, you can be very, very autocratic with them at the first place? No, then it will be another problem. What you can do? You can develop the culture. Culture is what? Everybody be on time and you lead from the front. You as a leader, you have to come before your team members will come at the workplace. When they will follow that, you are following that particular culture, you are not getting late and you are leading from the front. From the next day, those who got late, they will understand what is the message, what is the instruction you are trying to give from your side. Understand, all of you guys? A service leader can implement that kind of things at the workplace to improve the culture. Now, always do feel free to ask personal feedback from others. If you are holding a leadership position, no need to feel proud. No need to feel that you are better than all. If you feel that kind of things, then there will be a problem. Leaders are always very, very humble. You can ask feedback that the way you are leading, is it suitable for the staff or not? No, the way you are implementing the rules, is it okay for them to follow or not? Understand, all of you guys? When you are asking for feedback, meaning to say you are implementing something that belongs to a service leader. Communication is very important. Always there is a problem between leaders and the followers. It is all about communication gap. You have to fill up this gap. Communication gap, it can be for many, many reasons. It can be because of the language, because of the environment, because of the media that you are using in order to communicate with your team members. Now, so effective communication, it will depend on you as a leader, how simply you can communicate your idea among your team members. Understand, guys, what I'm trying to mean? Make your communication as simple as possible. Don't try to make any complicated things in your communication part. Even when you are going to explain something very, very complicated, you make it simple. You make it easy for your team members. Understand, guys? So this part is important. For your communication part, you can develop a long-term goals. Remember, communication, as a leader, your communication skills, it will depend how you are taking your responsibilities at the first place. You know, there are so many people, there are so many leaders, they just inform. Right, Mr. Stefan? There is a difference between informing and communicating. For example, I'm going to inform all of my students, hi class, tomorrow there will be an important class at 5 p.m. That's all. I'm not sure how many of my students, they already got my message. If I put this message in the group, maybe some of my students never seen my message, right? So our communication part, we need to develop a long-term planning. Listen to understand the stakeholders. We need to implement the active listening skills when we are going to communicate, right? And also create openings for the dialogue. It means that at your workplace, what you need to do, you need to create a very open platform. If you are a leader, inform your followers, guys, anytime, any problem, any question, my door is open. Even no need to knock the door. Just come and ask me. I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you. You will find a dedicated team members in your team. And when you communicate, when I communicate, when you communicate, we need to communicate proactively. What is the meaning of proactive? Don't just talk. Sometimes you stop, see the facial expression of the people who are here at your workplace. Now, let's come to another part of our today's topic. Don't try to manage people. Why? Because people are not project. Think about human being, right? They have their emotion, they have blood, they have meat, they have feelings. It's not project. So when you are working with a group of people, remember, this is one of the most challenging tasks to manage people. Let me give you a funny example. I'm not sure how many of you are married, right? Our host, Mr. Gobind, he's planning to marry off very soon, you know. As a married guy, now you are happy, I think, you know. So why I'm using this one, you know, when you have a family, when you are living with a particular person for a long time, even managing one person is more and more challenging in our personal life as a husband and as a wife. Do you know the reason why? Because when we are working together, living together, we all are trying to make ourselves 100% right. You follow? We always want to win in the argument. So people, you have to consider at your workplace that your people are not project. You have to use another strategy to lead them. That part I'll be explaining the last part of my today's discussion. To take note, you know, why people feel the workplace is stressful. When the leaders consider their people as a project, you know, as a machine or as a source of stuff or source of energy. Don't try to do these ones. See, even managers who understand their people are individuals don't always treat them as such. So managing people as project, yes, if you manage people just the way you are managing the project, like micromanagement, you know, you are managing a group of people by following each and every components. Yes, you can complete a project work successfully. But leading people, look at the powerful statement. On the other hand, instead of managing the people, when you lead people, it can go far beyond the immediate result. What kind of result you can get? You can create a culture of teamwork. It can build up the vision of your organization, and you can achieve the common mission of your workplace. Why I said that people are not project? Look at my next slide. At your workplace, in your team, as your team members, as your partner, you will find people like that. Aggressive people, a group of people, maybe your staff, some of your staff, some of your team members are very, very aggressive in nature. And aggressive people, it's not that easy to manage. Number two, this is the common problem in all over the world. Know it all. It means that screw of all, but master of none. Try to understand my last phrase that I have used. You will find some team members in your team, they will act like, I know, you know, I know, meaning to say he or she knows everything, but no action, So it is also challenging for a leader to lead that kind of person who has the attitude or behavior like know it all. Next one, you will find a group of people, they would like to complain. Remember, some of you have spoken to us during today's discussion, right? If you put under morning shift, they will come and complain. If you put them next week, if you put them under the evening shift, they will come and complain you. Do you know the reason why? Actually, they just like to complain. That's all. You follow? They just work in order to get the salary, and they are very, very selfish in nature. You also will come across with the people like agreeable, agreeable, whatever you will say, yes, sir, yes, boss, yes, ma'am, but at the end of the day, no action. The passive people, they cannot be active, they always act like passive. They are good at like keyboard warrior. You know what is the meaning of keyboard warrior? They can talk back, they can type. I don't like these, my supervisor, my manager is blah, 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 all those things. Then indecisive, it means that not clear when communicate. You also will find that kind of people, indecisive. It means that even that particular person is not sure what he or she is looking for. Understand, all of you? Funny things, unclear. And negative people. You in your team, you also will find someone very negative, and it becomes very difficult for you to make them understand why you are here. And also look at the next stage that you are going to take note from today's discussion. Also, you can find a group of people like dictators. What does it mean? Dictator wants to be like holding all the power, but no action. Understand, guys? Please, let me stop sharing because I never stop share my screen. Hello, guys. Can all of you wave your hand? If you are with me, please wave your hand. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, at your workplace, you will find a group of people, instead of doing their job, they will follow what other people are doing. Understand how many times a staff went for toilet break, how many times your colleague is using mobile phone, that kind of unnecessary things. You got my point, guys? Jacqueline is smiling. I think she got some problem at her workplace with that kind of person, right? Okay, now let's move on. Dictators always will create problem inside of your team. And also you can see the yes people and the no people. Whatever you will say, some team members will say yes. Without understanding, they will say yes. With understanding, they will say yes. And also you will have some people, no people, don't want to, whatever you will say, no, no, no. So as a leader, you will feel difficulties to manage that kind of people. And see the grippers. Grippers complaining about each and everything that you are trying to let him or her do. Gobind is smiling, huh? Something wrong. Okay, so see, like the last part, even at your workplace, you also find some good people, good people at work. See, attentive, calm, intelligent, faithful, very, very promising, friendly, happy, good-tempered, hardworking, honest, humble, lovely people, obedient people, optimistic people. See, it does not mean that all the staff at your work will be negative. You also will get some positive people. right? So remember, it's your duty as a leader, how you will keep your team members, like the last slide, remember, all those positive. So obviously it's not that easy. In order to manage all those things, you need to be good at about leading people. Now look at the difference between managing people and leading people. If you are planning to manage them, what will be happening? You can give them a very like directing procedures. Everything you need to give them instruction. You do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. It is the nature of a manager. On the other hand, a leader, see the difference, see the small difference. You can influence your people to do the things accordingly. That's why we make a decision like you manage project and you lead people. Now, the next slide, it will tell you something about the difference between managing people and leading people. I don't want to read. You guys later on, please, when we will share the notes after I finish my discussion, you guys will receive that PowerPoint slide so that at home you can see the difference, the basic difference of a manager and a leader. Okay. And when you will see the characteristics of a leader, you will be surprised, right? And also I have another slide to make you understand about the difference between managers and leader. I'll pick up only 3 to 4 points from that PowerPoint slide. Your manager always will have less percentage of mentoring and training. Manager does not like to give any training or mentorship. They are good at just, controlling the people. On the other hand, leaders will make sure they develop their team members, especially the mindset of the team members, attitude of the team members, and the behavior of the team members. Managers like to control people, but the leaders always will enhance the trust. If you are a strong leader, your followers will trust you. They will do whatever you will ask them to do. Leaders focus on the long range goals. On the other hand, manager only will focus on a particular or the current project. Leaders inspire people, manager give orders. That's the problem. And nobody likes to hear the order, right? We want to get inspiration in order to do the things accordingly. So later on, you go and read all the difference between managers and leaders. It's very straightforward. I think I don't need to involve myself in that particular slide. Now let's talk about another important part of today's topic. Remember, I have told you that we cannot manage people. We need to manage the things. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please write down the list of the things that you need to manage as a leader. Okay, you need to manage time. You need to manage discipline. You need to manage culture. You need to manage cooperative mindset. You need to manage emotion. You need to manage relationship. You need to manage expectations. And you need to manage conflict, not people. I'll give you 2 minutes to all of you to think. Very important part for today's discussion. As a leader, what do you need to do? You need to good at managing your time. What I mean by time, I'm talking about your work time. I'm talking about your staff working time. I'm talking about your project. I'm talking about the deadline that you have in order to complete a particular project. Manage this time, not the staff. Discipline. As a leader, you must have to manage this discipline part. You can be very firm, you can be very strict, you can use the terms like zero tolerance in terms of discipline. You follow, guys, what I'm trying to mean? When you manage discipline, then the things will be managed properly. I'll give you an example. When you notice that, let me stop sharing my screen. Again, I have a question for those who are working in managerial position. Okay. Now, out of sudden, you notice that in your team, the number of MC, I believe all of you know, right? MC, medical certificate. You see, your team members, your partners are applying for MC. Sir, today I cannot come to work. Why? I'm not feeling well. And last, if you check the data from your human resource management, that your team members got no medical leave for last 3 months. And out of sudden, you notice that you have like 5 MC from your team members. What you can do? What would be the solution? Any idea from anyone? Any idea from the leaders? Out of sudden, the number of MC goes up in your team. Your team members are falling sick very, very rapidly. So what do you need to do? How you can manage this one? You can type in the chat box. Okay, very good. Without, yes. Investigate. Very good point. So first, what we need to do, we need to show empathy that I got a message in the chat box. And second one, without, you better investigate. You are absolutely right. People falling sick. There are, when there is MC, medical leave, please do understand this part that some MC comes from the laziness of your staff. You follow what they don't want to go to work. They got demotivation, meaning to say something wrong with the culture of your workplace. You got my point? Maybe this particular staff is feeling stress, very, very stressed. This particular staff feels like that I am overdoing my task. Every day I have to do a lot of things that I really cannot stand for now. So as a leader, when you notice that out of sudden got so many MC, you need to immediately, you need to arrange a meeting. You need to communicate with them, talk to them, let them feel free to share what's the problem. 3 months back, there was no MC. After 3 months, out of sudden, 5 MC in 7 days. You follow? Talk to them. Find out their motivation, why they are not motivated enough at all, why they are falling sick. That's the time when a leader will educate them to take healthy food, to have rest, to balance their work life and professional life together. Work life and personal life, not professional. Work life and personal life together. At the end of the day, as a leader, we need to take care of our staff accordingly. Otherwise, if they keep falling sick, Mr. Francisco, how you will lead a team? Remember, terminating people is not any permanent solution. How many of you are agree with that? If you keep terminating, if you keep firing people from your team, it's not any solution. There is no guarantee that you terminate Mr. John and you hire Miss Jessica, that Miss Jessica can do better than Mr. John. There is no such thing. You follow, guys? So only the one way that we need to make our team to be better by managing the things. See, the discipline and culture. Then you need to manage another important part. It is called cooperative mindset. That is called, as a leader, you have to enhance strong team spirit. You have to believe that you have to develop a discipline in the mind of your team members, that team always will come first. You follow? Not personal request, not personal things, team. That is called managing the cooperative mindset. Emotion, yes, people like to be emotional, right? As a leader, we have to be good at how we can manage emotion of our people at our workplace. How it can be done? People will be emotional when they will feel that there is something unfair for them. Stefan, am I right? For example, your new teacher, I'm just giving you an example. I'm your new teacher, and for today, I supposed to take 2 classes, but you arrange 3 classes for me. I'm a new staff, and I'll be emotional. See, I'll come and complain to you, sir, Mr. HOD, I'm not feeling well. I supposed to take only 2 classes. Why I need to take another extra class? You see? So then what I need to do, before I arrange an additional class, I must need to educate, I must need to manage the overall things, right? During the meeting time, I will announce, ladies and gentlemen, all of you are teachers, right? And all of you have certain things to do at our institution. But please take note, sometime if we got like emergency arrangement, you might get extra class to conduct. So if I arrange, please don't get me wrong. I understand I'm also a teacher. Teaching an extra class, I know how difficult it is as a teacher. But I hope you also will understand me in order to have the overall benefit of our students. You follow, guys? You are not managing people, you are managing things. They will understand if they really are a good teacher. Understand? Manage relationship, very important. Bonding. Without bonding, it is totally impossible to lead a group of people. Right? What kind of relationship? I'm your staff. I am working under your leadership. Yes, very good. I'm working under your leadership. So you must have to maintain a professional relationship with me, right? Sometimes if you notice that I'm a bit sad, I am in stress, come and put your hand on my shoulder and ask, Mr. Faisal, today you look like so stressed. What's wrong? Any family problem? Anything wrong? My friend, come on. I also have family. I also have that kind of problem. It's okay. Just go and have a cup of coffee and come to work. See, the small things will help you to manage the entire things. Very important part, expectations. And the conflict I already have completed. I'll go for expectations. Let me stop sharing my screen and let's talk about what I'm trying to mean by using expectations. You know, if you have 20 team members in your team, 20 of them will have 20 different types of expectations. Some expectations are logic. Some expectations are not logical at all. Example, your staff sometime will come and request, sir, today I'm not feeling well. Can I work from home tonight? Understand? Expectation. Last month, one of your team members, you promoted him or promoted her. After 2 months, they will come and ask you, he will come or she will come and ask you, can I have another salary increment? That is called expectation. You got my point, guys? You cannot manage that kind of people, but you can manage the things. How? You have to develop a strong to-do list or the rules and regulation, or you can develop a constitution. What is the meaning of constitution? The written rules and regulation for your workplace. Understand, all of you guys? Create a culture, then people will follow. If you invite people and try to change them, it will not work. I'll give you an example. In our organization, we are from more than 50 different countries of the world working together. Do you know what is the culture of our organization? During our work time, those who are working not from Singapore, from India, from Malaysia, from Indonesia, from Central Asian countries, we all are in a Zoom meeting. You follow what I mean? I'm working in front of my laptop. I have to sit in front of our main Zoom meeting so that the top management can see who is doing which part. Is there anyone is missing? Is there someone is just sleeping at home? Cannot, right? Do you know the reason why? Because people got different expectation from the workplace. You see, some people will try to take the things for granted. So design some new technology according to the needs of your workplace. Let them follow. And for your information, every month we have like 4, 5, 6, 7 new staff. Right, Mr. Govin? Under you, I notice every time you add some new participant in the group, and they are following it. You follow, guys? They are following it because we have that particular culture. Before anyone will join, they will understand. That's the way our leader, Mr. Benson Ma, he's managing all the things for our organization. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, think a bit in advance. You cannot work as a waiter for next 20 years. You cannot just work as an admin staff for rest part of your life. You have to do something. You have to generate more income, right? And only the skills that I'm talking about, the leadership skills, can help you to do something better in your professional life. Now let's move on and continue, and let's learn why managing people is challenging. Why managing people is challenging. The people whom you are going to manage, the first problem, some of them have no experience what is organizational behavior. You got my point? Yesterday, 2 of my trainees sent me 2 CB in my email, and I was very shocked. Why I'm shocked? There is no formatting of the CB. There is no alignment. There is no photo in the CB. There is no particular way of writing the CB. And I was thinking, if that particular candidate keeps sending this CB for 1 million company in all over the world, nobody will hire him. Nobody will hire her. Why? That particular, only 20 years old, no experience. What is job? What is responsibility? What is professionalism? Understand, my friends? And when you are trying to educate them what is responsibility, what is professionalism, they will give you the problem. That's why managing people is challenging. Empathy and emotional intelligence. Some people come along with low EQ. Do you know what is the meaning of EQ? Emotional quotient. When you give them any instruction, they will take it personally. You follow, guys, what I mean? For example, you are working under my leadership and you got late for 1 hour today in order to report, and I write a written warning letter to you. Written warning letter. Maybe there is a high chance you will take it negatively. You will say, I'll resign. I don't want to work. I don't want to see any written warning letter because I'm a nice guy. Written warning is what? Just an warning not to be late in future. Am I right, my friends? But not everybody will understand this one. They will take it negatively because their emotional quotient, the level of emotional energy is very poor. You see? But some staff, those who are working for under your leadership, like having high emotional intelligence, do you know what they will do? Sir, my mistake, I promise next time it will never happen again. Today, I'm so sorry for my mistake. You got my point, the difference between high EQ people and low EQ people? That's why low EQ people managing is very, very challenging. Oh my God, delegate. When you ask people to do certain tasks, some people will give you difficult time. Agree? If you ask them, guys, next month we have a special audit from our HQ. So this weekend we need to work for half day. Do you know what would be the action? They will make their eyes very big and they will say, what? My weekend, I have a special arrangement with my family, with my girlfriend, with my boyfriend. I cannot make it. Because they really don't understand what is organizational culture. This part is very important, feedback. When you give a negative feedback about your staff, 90% of your staff will feel emo. Agree? Leonora, am I right? Jacqueline, if I give you a negative feedback about your work, instead of taking it positively, there is a high chance you will take it negatively, right? And you will demotivate at your workplace. That's why managing people is very challenging. We have lack of organizational skills, time management, problem solving skills, empathy skills, communication skills. These are the few common problems that you will come across from your team members. That's why managing people is challenging. Personal challenge, personal opinions, right? Personal thinking, like personal preferences. Also the reason of managing people difficult. Poor IQ. Not everybody equally smart when it is a question for improving problem solving skills, right? Learning the product skills, learning the service, improving the teaching skills. So when you come across with the people with poor intelligence quotient, their ability, mental ability is not that much strong, then you will face problem accordingly. Mr. Payal Kumar, please don't try to draw anything on screen. Gobind, can you please, yes, thank you so much. And you use the things only the host and co-host. Thank you so much. Now, yes, I'll be sharing the slide before we leave the meeting. If you need, okay, please wait. Let me stop sharing my screen and please wait for a while. I have a special request there and I need to adjust something. Excellent, very good. So we already have changed the Zoom settings, so you cannot draw anything, right? Okay, good. Now, the last topic for tonight. Remember, my topic is don't try to manage people, you manage the things and you lead the people. Now, the question is how you will lead people. Leading, actually, it's all about art. A-R-T. There is no rocket science, there is no physics, there is no chemistry to improve your ability to lead people. Lead is all about art. It depends on your personality. Your leading ability, it will depend on your communication skills. Agree, guys? Those who are leading people, I think you can relate with my statement. Your ability to lead, it will depend on your empathy. As a person, how kind you are. You follow what I mean? So in order to develop the art of leading, you can follow some tricks, not science, some just basic ideas. Number one, you can follow the vision statement. If you have 20 staff, let me put it in my presenter view so that I can manage my time strategically. Today, I have another 30 minutes. I'll finish it by 30 minutes. No worries, my friends. So let's talk about vision settings. Remember, your team members, like fresh graduates, you might have a staff. Currently, he or she is a student. Castro, you follow? You might have a team member got like only one diploma, or maybe got bachelor degree or master's degree. Remember, every one of your staff, they got some aim in their life. You follow what I'm trying to mean? Understand? So if you want that particular group of people will work under your leadership, you have to make sure that you are building or you are creating a safe and strong future, not only for your organization, but also for your team members. You have to implement the opportunity for your team members to learn, to improve, to strong, and to be better. You follow, guys? For example, I have been working in this organization for last 7 years. I'm here for last 7 years. Even I never think for a while that I need to look for a new job. What is the reason? The first reason, I realized that from that particular job, I have an opportunity to improve my aim, my goal, my ability. Understand what I'm trying to mean? Nobody will work under your leadership if they feel there is no growth, there is no promotion, there is no increment, there is no benefits. So it will come when you as a leader, in your leading, you follow the vision settings, following the future, and inspire the commitment as a leader for your followers. Understand, guys? Young people need guidelines. That's the best part of a leadership. If you know how to give proper guideline, young people will be a big fan of yours as a leader. Next one. influence and motivation. Nobody will follow your lead if there is no influence, if there is no motivation. What is the meaning of influence? What is the meaning of motivation? All of you, please try to understand. As a leader, when you are trying to create something new, as a leader, when you are trying to develop something new, as a leader, when you are trying to ask your team members to do something new, most of the time, the response will be no, because it is easy to say no. Understand? Example, you are working in a marketing department, and out of sudden, your organization needs that your marketing team also will learn about digital marketing. Understand what I'm trying to mean? Then when you announce that, guys, we all need to improve our digital marketing skills. That's why the next month, from the next month, every week there will be one training session for all of you. Do you know some stuff, what they will do? They will say, oh, I'm already 50 plus. My age is almost 50 plus. I'm an illegal immigrant in the era of technology. I cannot learn computer. I think I cannot learn digital marketing. You know, that's the common picture. Easily they will say, no, I cannot. I did not do it before. I have no experience before. So what is the solution? The solution is influence and motivation. That's a true leader always will do. So what is influence? Before you ask them to learn, before you ask them to learn, you need to influence them. You need to tell them the story, why we need to improve our digital marketing ability and skills. We need to motivate them. We need to share the story behind the success of implementing digital marketing. Only then you can lead even the person who are just now said no in order to learn the new marketing skills. Understand, all of you guys, what is influence and what is motivation? Because when you working with young people always are being afraid. They have lack of confidence. They have the ability, but they don't want to do it. They feel like it cannot be done. All of you understand what I mean? So only influence and motivation can make the things possible to lead the people accordingly. Next one, let's move on to the next part. Another important part, empowerment and development. What is the meaning of empowerment? Anyone can tell me? Anyone can share some ideas? What is empowerment? You can raise your digital hand. There will be a quick one. Anyone? Remember, let me give you an example. No worries, I'll help you. Just last month, you have two new staff. I'll give you like teaching stuff. I'll go for Mr. Stephen. Mr. Stephen, you got two new staff as a teacher. Very new, very new. What is empowerment and development from your side as a leader? Okay, I'll come to Reading Sion after a while. Let me complete my part, okay? So as a teacher, please stay with me for a while. Don't lower your digital hand, then I'll lose you. I cannot find you anymore. So new teacher, when, for example, you let your new teacher to train the junior classes, the junior class, like school level class. And you are planning that I would like to make ready that particular teacher to teach advanced level students by 1 month. So what do you need to do? You need to inject some confidence in their mind. Hey, I have gone through your class last time. As a teacher, you are excellent. You can manage, you can teach, you can engage with your student. Your teaching method is absolutely right. So I want, not I, use we. Do not use I statement, my friends, Nobody likes to hear I statement from a leader. You can use we statement, we. Not I want, you can say, we want you to be better. We want that not only you teach the junior classes, you also will be teaching adult or the advanced level classes. And I believe as your leader, you can make it because I know your potential. I know your ability. Just what you need to do, you need to practice, you need to do some self-study, and you can do it. Understand all of you guys what I'm trying to mean? That is called delegate authority. Bring someone from lower position to upper position. Give them authority to do something bigger that will help them to make them ready to do something new. That is called empowerment and development. And trust me, when you as a leader encourage them, delegate the authority, they can do it. You will notice that this teacher can teach the advanced level students without facing any difficulties. You see what is empowerment? Now we would like to hear something from one of our participants. Hello, sir. Unmute your microphone if you can hear me. Yes. Hello.
I'm sure.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
hear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So can you hear me, right? You can hear me, right? Okay. What is empowerment from your own point of view? Go on, please.
Empowerment is authority that give to someone to do something and to create their own ideas to become a strong and more confident employee.
Correct.
Or person.
Correct. In your team, thank you so much, miss. Thank you so much, ma'am. In your team, you always will have someone who wants to do a lot of things. There will be two types of team members. A group always would like to do something more. Another group of people, they don't want to do anything more. Understand? So the people who are willing to do a lot, then you need to empower them, right? You need to give them authority to think outside of their box and do the things accordingly. Only then you can lead the group of people who will be work under your leadership. Now let's talk about the next component. It is called innovation and change. In modern leadership, it is called change management. You follow what I mean? As a leader, you always need to change. For example, you have a group of staff, they only know how to do admin task. What you can do? You can let them learn the new skills. You got my point? Because besides doing admin things, you can train them, you can get them ready to do some marketing job. Besides doing the admin job, you can train them how to improve information technology related skills. Those who are doing admin job, you can train them, you can lead them to improve their communication skills. Understand all of you guys? Because everything is changing. So if our team members only doing one job and only having one particular skill, then we cannot compete with our competitors. Understand all of you guys? You follow? Let them think. Let them be independent. How they can be better under your leadership. Jacqueline, you follow? Robili, you follow? Do it. Be flexible. Let them, hey guys, I know you are working under my leadership, but I want you guys to be better. Even if you don't want to work for me, I want after you resign, you get a better job with the right skills, with right knowledge, with right abilities. Then all of them will follow your lead. And remember, fixed mindset cannot be implemented for modern workplace. Now let's talk about the next one. It's called all about building relationships. This part, it's called bonding. Bonding is very important. Without bonding, you cannot lead. Okay, very good, excellent. Okay, good. Now let's talk about bonding. Remember, or relationship. Without bonding, you cannot lead people. I already have given you some idea about the bonding part, but let's do it one more time. Okay, one more time. What is bonding? It's not about like boyfriend, girlfriend type bonding or relationship. Sharma, you follow? Sharma, you asked me a question. Cognitive meaning to say your mental ability that you receive from your birth, you know, by born ability. Sharma, got it? Got it? Okay, fine. Now, bonding relationship. As a leader, what kind of relationship you have? Very simple. You always keep your helping hand free for your team members. Understand what I'm trying to mean? For example, I have delegated Mr. Sharma to prepare a PowerPoint slide about our new project. And I know Mr. Sharma is going to do that kind of things for the first time. And obviously, Sharma cannot do it properly without my help. Do you know what I'll do? I'll create a bonding with Sharma. I'll make a phone call. Mr. Sharma, I know you are going to do that kind of things for the first time. If you do not understand any part, just call me. Just message me. I'm here to help you. That is called bonding. You follow? It's not buying flour for your female colleagues. I'm talking about to the males, you know. It's not bonding. Bonding is all about foster collaboration, helping hand for your colleagues. And also, we got to have ability to understand individuals. You follow what I mean? I'll give you an example. What is bonding as a leader? I think last Monday, I received a message from one of my trainees. Do you know what she said? Graylin, do you know what she said? She said, sir, I do not know how to add photo in my CV. Can you please help me? Do you know what was my response? I said, never mind. You just send your photo to my WhatsApp number. I will do the rest. I will do the rest for you. You know, after hearing this statement from me, he was very, very happy. I noticed that he puts a love react in my message, though I have no feelings about that. But see, he's very young. Understand what I'm trying to mean? That is called bonding. That is called relationship. I helped him when he was in a trouble. Understand all of you guys? When your team members are in trouble, please always go and help them. Go and support them. That is called bonding. And always understand, not all of your team members are equally smart. Some of them are very slow. in order to lead, you need to follow strategic thinking. Do not think by using your emotion. You have to think by using numbers, that is called quantitative, not qualitative, quantitative ways of thinking as a leader so that you can lead a group of people accordingly. That is called long-term focus and adapt and learn. Strategic thinking meaning to say think in an honest way, logical way. And also you need to educate your team members. Hey guys, why we need to do that kind of things. Explain to them what is the long-term planning about your organization, about your team members. You follow, show them some data, not just by explaining, like giving some story. You show them some statistical data, numbers. Only then they will understand and they will trust you as a leader. You follow, guys? If you are leading a group of sales people, how you can inspire them. You can share with them the strategical data from another group, what they did, what is their achievement. You follow what I mean? So when you show something, the result as a form of statistics, they will understand and they will follow the things accordingly. And also, leading, it's all about your emotional intelligence. I'll give you 3 advice. All of you, please take note. When you are leading a group of people, number 1, don't be aggressive. Do you understand what is the meaning of aggressive, right? Aggressive, it means that you always lost your mind. You always lost your temper, and always you be very, very aggressive with your team members. Don't do that. If you lost your temper and if you react, this reaction will destroy your ability to lead the people. Understand? Understand, guys? Remember, but I'll bring you upstairs. Remember, we talk about relationship. If you have a strong bonding with your team members, then you can be aggressive. Aggressive for which sense? In order to make them more and more productive at their workplace. You got my point, right? Don't be aggressive when your team members are not doing their part. Lead them. Number two, don't take anything personally. You are a leader, you have to be the bigger person. Jacqueline, you follow? You have to be the bigger person. The small things cannot destroy your focus. That is called emotional intelligence. Number 3, you have to be fair, not unfair. 100% fearful. You follow? If you have 100 staff, in your 2 eyes, 100 of them are equally important for your team. All of you clear? That is called taking care of your emotional intelligence in order to lead a group of people from the front. Fine. And also, always use your empathy. Remember, as I said, leading a group of people with different culture, with different mindset, with different behavior, it's not that easy. You have to be the bigger person. You have to be very strong. Mentally, you have to be very strong. Otherwise, you cannot work with that particular group of people. The last one, it's all about our decision making, ability to make the right decision for the team, for the organization, for the department, right? So what kind of decision we need to take in order to lead a group of people? That is called information-based decision. You are going to implement a new product, new services. You are going to implement a new training program for your staff. So your decision, it must be based on the information, why you need to implement that kind of things. And remember, the power of accountability, taking responsibility as a leader. If anything goes wrong, take the ownership, take the responsibility. Don't hide from your problem. You see, you have to face the problem because you are the leader. Tell your team members, guys, let me handle this part. I know it's a bit challenging for you. Let me handle this part. I'll lead from the front. I'll save, not save, I'll solve the problem from the front. Only then, no matter how many members, how many staff you have at your workplace, they will follow your lead accordingly. So that would be the end of today's discussion. Let me stop sharing my screen, and I would like to invite all of you to switch on your camera for next 2 minutes. I have another 4 minutes. 2 minutes, all of you do switch on your camera. Switch on. Now, be honest with me. How many of you are willing to be a leader? Raise your hand. Raise your digital hand. Not the physical hand, you know, the digital hand. If you do not know how to raise your digital hand, you can put your physical hand. Thank you so much. And all of you to switch on your camera. Yeah, all of you, if you can, keep your camera on for next 2 minutes. Thank you. Now, let me make the summary of today's discussion that we have done so far. Today we talk about one of the most important components of leadership, right? This one is all about don't try to manage people. I can see Mr. Anthony is there. Hello. I didn't notice your face because so many people today, huh? Thank you so much. And also Francisco. Thank you all. Now, let me summarize the whole session in 3 minutes time. Then we will say goodbye and have a great weekend. In the meantime, host, can you please share the notes for tonight that we use? Yeah, please share in the chat box so that all of our participants can download the notes that we have used so far. Now, leaders, now I will address all of you as a leader. So leaders, do take note. When you are going to lead the people, you have to destroy the gap between you and your followers. This is the first thing. If you have the mindset that I am the leader, I am your boss, I am your person in charge, then you cannot lead that particular group of people. Understand? I'll give you an example before I end my part. I believe some of you like football, right? You like football, right? Football. Okay, good. So I think some of you like CR7, right? Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you think so? CR7 became, recently I saw his Facebook post. He got billions of followers from all over the world. Do you think so? CR7 became CR7 by himself? No. There is someone behind being a CR7. Do you know who is he or she? It's his coach. Understand, Ocala? Someone has empowered Mr. CR7 to be more and more active sportsmen in all over the world. Understand, Mark Anthony? You follow? Someone is there behind CR7 who guides him, inspired him, lead him, motivate him to be the best, I would say one of the best footballers in all over the world. Same thing when you take this example in your professional life, the people who will be working under your leadership, you have to be like a coach. You have to be like a trainer. You have to be like someone who can put the hands on the shoulder of the team members. Hey guys, let's go. Understand? Let's go and do it. Only then you can lead people and you can manage the things properly in an organizational settings. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. I'm so happy to see all of you again. Though it's weekend, but all of you are here to get some input about leadership. Thank you so much. Remember all those discussions. I hope it will help you to be a strong leader in future when you are going to lead a group of people. I'll see you when I'll see you for the next time. Till then, all of you stay fine and stay safe. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye. Take care. Thank you.